We are back with another one, guys. So today, I wanted to speak about the last impression. How are you remembered when you leave a situation? How are you remembered before you leave your job or get fired from a job or end a conversation with somebody? How do you want to be remembered? That's very important, guys, because we're so caught up on the first impression, which is, yeah, it works. You may fool somebody the first time, but your last impression is what's remembered. That last thing that you did is what's remembered. It doesn't matter how much good you do. The last thing that you did is what people remember. And that's just the reality, guys. For example, let's say somebody gets fired from work. Instead of walking out and, oh, I don't like this place, this is the worst place ever, even though you worked there for a few years, but you got fired and you want to just have this angry energy that you want to leave and leave there, so the people will remember that energy that you left last, versus walking away like, all right, thank you so much. You gave me an opportunity. I learned in life. It's time for me to move on. I even read some books that they say, even if you get fired, if there's trash on the floor, pick it up, throw it out, walk away like the place is yours, guys. Because that last impression is what people remember. And you need to understand what people remember about you is very important, because that can lead to success. That can lead to that next big move. But that last thing that you do is what you have to be aware of, guys. Okay? So, for example, you leave your house. You don't want to leave your house with this messy kind of look and come back and get angry with, oh, I have so much to do, so much to clean, so much to take care of, bed needs to get done. Because what happens is you left that house with that energy, so when you come back, that energy is still there. Only because you didn't change that last impression. You see that? So with people, when you have a conversation with someone, me personally, when I end the conversation, I'd like to have people elevate, like say the last few words that will kind of give them higher energy versus taking from them. Because taking from someone is only when you're in a lower energy, you're looking to take. Right? And taken through anger, through hurting other people, because they need to feed their energy. But me personally, I like to leave the last impression with good energy. Maybe elevate somebody. Not just the person, guys. Even with yourself. Even with the things you do. Even how you leave your car. How you leave your house. Just understand that the last impression is what's remembered. So the question is, how do you want to be remembered? Okay, you can do good and good and good, but if you have this one day where something is bad and you're never going to see that person again or never see that situation again, and you know it, but you left with that bad impression, that's so bad, guys. Because when you ever have to come back to there, you just came back to the energy that you left it with. See, energy doesn't forget. You need to understand, you may forget, but the energy itself that you left in that room, that you left with that person, when you come back to them, that's what's remembered. But now here's the beauty. So, let's say we messed up. There's times in life where we're trying to get better, right? We hurt some people. Maybe we said some things we shouldn't have said. But the beauty is, guys, the magic is that they can forget all that if you just come back now with a different personality, with different words, elevating them. It doesn't matter what you did before. You can even change the past or the first impression that you did with just changing your last impression. With just changing the words that you use. With changing how you left, your job before you quit. How did you leave anything? Like, I keep moving on in life, right? I moved from the family's house, went did my own thing, went to work at a job, then started to work for myself. But when I left, it wasn't like, oh, forget you guys weren't good anyway, or this situation wasn't good for me anyway. I left with that energy of, thank you so much for helping me until today, but it's time for me to move on. And no matter how angry I was, no matter how much I felt like it was the other person's fault, I still care about how I want to be remembered. And I don't want to be remembered with bad energy. So guys, before you leave any situation, just think about it. Don't worry about how you were, just change the future. And to do that, you have to ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next one.